Each of us heard about the Jewish idea called the ayin hara, the evil eye. What does that mean? In this week's Torah portion, Bilam, the famous non-Jewish prophet who hated the Jewish people, is summoned by Balak, the king of Moab, to curse the Jewish people. He goes there and God forces him to bestow some of the most beautiful blessings upon us. One of the things he says is, "Ma toivu ehalecha Yaakov mishkanesecha Yisrael." How wonderful, how good are your tents, O Jacob, and your dwelling places, O Israel. What he meant is, the commentators tell us, he looked out at the Jewish camp and he saw that their tents were situated in such a way that the doors of each tent was never exposed to the next person's door. In other words, they were never facing each other. It was done in such a way where there was total privacy, total modesty. And the modesty and privacy is not only in the basic idea of modesty, but it's also as it relates to our success. When a Jew is doing well, a lot of times we don't like to keep our successes to ourselves. We flaunt them. We tell everyone, did you say, oh, I had such a good week, look what I just bought, look at this thing. That is not the Jewish way. The dwelling places of Israel was situated in a way where your door was closed and it was never exposed to the outside. It was never just opposite someone else's door where you can start seeing inside each other's dwelling. In other words, sometimes it's best to keep our successes to ourselves. Why? Because if we don't, we can bring upon ourselves the evil eye. What's the evil eye? The evil eye is when you start talking about it. In the whole world, everyone is in the block, everyone in your social circle is talking about your success. God starts looking too. And he says, wait a minute, let's take a closer look. Does Jack really deserve everything he has? Does Jill really deserve everything she has? And who knows, maybe not, probably not. And therefore, you don't want to invite a closer look from heaven upon you. And therefore, you got to be discreet about it. Don't have so many people down here look at you so that God doesn't do it. It's like the IRS. Do you want the IRS coming, taking a look at your books? You may be an honest person, but who wants the IRS looking closely? We don't want heaven to look too closely at us as well. And therefore, don't bring upon yourself the evil eye. And how? By being discreet about your success. That was the greatest beauty of the Jewish people. Bilam understood it. The non-Jewish world understood it. It's time for us to really appreciate that as well. Be modest and discreet about all the blessings that God gives you. Shabbat Shalom.